Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for City Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Wednesday's What Map, where today we'll be reviewing a map I've had a lot of trouble loading over the last couple of days, but thanks to Mr. Miyagi and some help from the creator himself, we've finally got it up and running. Not sure what the exact problem was. It was possibly the load order of a couple of the mods, but I'm not running that many mods, so that shouldn't really have been a problem. But here we are, this is it, it's running. It's the Rhône by Pyterm 16. Now the Rhône is a river in Northern Europe. Get your Atlas or Google Maps out, guys. If you don't know where it is, have a look. Have a look at it, my friends. And yeah, this is the map itself. So let's discuss assets and mods, because this is new for us in the show. Montebello theme, unlimited trees, network extensions and a few props. That's basically what you need. Okay, down to the highway. Now the middle of the map, it's very flat, so the outside is mountains. That's the definition of a valley, guys, just in case you didn't know. The highway runs right the way down the middle of the map, right away, slush, right away, see, right into distance. Then we got this this first intersection, and there's two parallel, say, national roads really to the highway. This one over here, where we are met by a roundabout, and goes off to the fog that way. But this way, it follows the curves of the mountains all the way down to the sea and to the fog. Okay, got that. What happens if we go the other way, BonBon? Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you the answer, my friends. If we go the other way, slightly different because there's no connection to the fog that way, but this way follows the curves of the mountains all the way down to the sea and the fog. Got it? Right. Now the middle of the map is very, very flat. Very, very flat build plane. Lacks in detail in some places, but I understand why. It keeps your tree count down, and hey, if it's going to be built on, why put loads of detailing in? I get it. I do. I get it. But I can only judge it on the work actually physically done. So here's the little intersection going on here. Interesting choice again, very nice. If we come this way, we can have a look at the National Road a little bit on this side, because this is a mountainy type road cutting through the forest. Good choice of trees, good colour LUT as well, obviously. Around the rock and through this little valley here. Let's go back and rejoin the central intersection. And then across the other side, across that river and across the railway. We'll look at those two bridges in a moment. And then that joins up with that national road there. Detailing here is very nice. Nicely ramped up and over. And with this bridge as well, some nice detailing on around the bridge with some rocks. Very nicely done. Here we've got once again similar detailing around to the intersection and a little lake there. We'll move on. We're moving along over this little tributary stream, which we'll look at later as well. It's one of the highlights of the map, so I don't want to spoil it too soon. And then we're back onto this long, flat, straight, boring build plane. There's not really much to discuss here. No work done, but I understand why. I do. I get it. I do get it. And then we come to this little intersection type thing here. Sprawling little intersection, really. Detailing again is very good, and we get to the start square, which is signified by this crochet loop. Okay, you start building your town there, and you've got all that room up there to expand into. Nice, isn't it, eh? Eh? I like that plan. I do. Bit of farming. Okay. No glitching with the roads, which is amazing, considering the tightness of some of those angles. Brilliant work. And then, like I said, National Road goes all the way up from where we came, yeah? If we go the other way, we can up and over and through the forest. Lots of forests in the Rhône area. Across the level crossing to that, well, oblong roundabout type thing, I guess. And then that goes off to the fog over along the coast there. Okay, right, got that. Where were we? We were over here on this intersection here, right, and then we can go to the raised highway, bending off into the jolly old distance. So the railways. Now the railways should be fairly straightforward, really, you would have thought. What do you think? We've got this one, and then over here somewhere, that's it, we've got the parallel one. Much as the national roads run parallel with each other on either side. These are very similar. They just run down the length of the map. I suppose we should follow it just to show you, just in case you think I'm BSing you, you know. Underneath a perfectly nice bridge there. Shall we have a look at that? Yeah, one pillar there. No pillar on the other side. Yeah, it works. Okay, I'm good with that, I guess. Yeah, and then we're off into this big old flat, boring build plane. It is a bit boring, I think. But like I say, I understand why. You understand why? Yeah, I think we can allow it. It runs parallel with National Road, and it connects with the parallel road, and then it disconnects from the parallel road. Through the farmland, nicely detailed again. Long straight bit now. Show a few moments of silence. Ha 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 ha! BonBonB's never silent. Not even when I sleep. Boy, I'm a snorer. I do. I snore. I get complaints from the neighbours. Well, maybe I don't, but you know. And so on with today's asset, which is the Federal Building by Honker. Now this is a very, very big building, you may have noticed. And I believe it's based on a building in Kansas City in the United States. Now it does overlap the road slightly on one end, so it's something to look out for. Easily fixed with the Move It mod, or just making an allowance for it and not building it so close to the road. No real extra detailing around the outside, so once again that's nice for those that like to do their own detailing. And it's just big and quite ugly. I mean, federal buildings quite often are, especially of this style. But well done, Honker. That's a rather marvellous monolith. Federal Building by Honker. Today's asset of the day. And back to the map and the shipping route. Well, there is this one little shipping route along the coast. That's all there is to play with, but that's all you really need. Now the river, the main river, there's a couple of tributaries which we'll look at, but this one, this is fairly stayed all the way down to the bottom, as you'll see. In fact, it's so stayed and straight. Well, it bends, but you know, I say straight. It doesn't vary. It doesn't vary in width. The banks don't vary. The tree line doesn't vary. It's just the same all the way. Now we're going triple speed now, and you can see why it's up to. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of detailing along here with the rocks and stuff, but without upping the speed, this would have taken quite some time, and there's not much to talk about. There really isn't. It just bends, and you see, it's still the same width. Still the same width. No change to the banks really. Nothing to talk about. Still going, triple speed. Still going. Still going. Ah, now we're getting towards the end. You can see the sea now. Now, it's not even widening now. You would expect the river to widen at this point, but it doesn't. And then as we get to here, we have the erroneous lighthouse. The essential lighthouse. Okay. Sorry. I'll try to hold back on those puns. Well, maybe I won't. Now this is one of those two tributaries. We'll look at them both separately, and these are more interesting. These are, once again, this part of the river is the same width, and then it sort of narrows it up, goes into a bit of a valley. And we've got this nice little waterfall here. See if I can get it a bit closer for you. There you are. It's nice, isn't it? That's good detailing. Like that a lot. And then as we come up into the mountains, this is where the standard of detailing goes sky high. Yeah, we've gone from what is at best a 3, another nice little waterfall there. Very nice. Yeah, what is at best a 3 for detailing in the map itself, to a sky high 5. This is a 5. It's beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, detailing's very high, no flaws with it at all. And across the other side of the map, we'll have a look at this one as well. Slightly different. See, once again, nice little waterfall there. Coming up through the mountain stream. Oh, this thing's beautiful. Just beautiful, guys. Contained within the banks. Might be a little bit too contained, but still, you can't have it both ways, BonBonB. But I want it both ways. I want it both ways. I do. Yeah, it gets shallow stream all the way up here. This is just trickling down the side of the mountain. This is very nicely contained. Good work. And then as we get to the top, this is the other source of way of hiding your water source. I like this. Just a few rocks there, and that is far better than just like water jumping outside of a mountain. That is good work. I like that. See, the mountain work, the mountain detailing, the water work, all of that sort of detailing work is very, very nice here indeed. And so let's have a look at the final bit, which is the build planes. Like I say, there's not really much to look at here because it is very, very flat across here. Very flat. You're building around the rivers and the existing highway networks. That's all there is really in the middle to look at. When you go into the mountains, however, you can look, there's good build areas up here as well. I mean, apart from the ridges, which are, you're not going to be building on the ridges of any map really. Interspersed, you've got these flat buildable areas for small mountain towns, which are absolutely glorious, and they look amazing. I mean, true to life is the words. True to life. Well, I don't want to go under the fog really, but over here, like I say, nice forestry area. So we'll skip across the other side. Just check this out. There's your water source up here. We jump over that. And then over here, there's a little bit more rugged over this side. We've got some extra ridges and whatever. But here, like I say, you can build in here, small villages and stuff like that. And down here, there's a valley as well. You can build in there. Lots and lots and lots of options, which makes for an interesting map. So, when I say interesting, just how interesting do I mean? Let's have a look at some scores. Aesthetically, the overall, I like it. I think it's lacking a little bit of aesthetics in the middle of the map, so I'm going to give that a 4, but it's still superb. It really is. Detailing, no detailing in the middle of the map, so 3 there. Detailing on the outside is a 5. I'll give that a 4 as well. Gameplay potential, I'd give that a solid 4 out of 5. Just a little limited. Just a little limited. But you can get on and have a really good time with this map. A really good time. And I would highly recommend it, because it gets a seal of approval from BonBonB. Yes. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for commenting, liking and subscribing. Please like this video. Please, please, just hit it now before I disappear. I am watching you. I am watching you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Not you. Obviously not you. The guy behind you. See you tomorrow.